In this video, as you probably already guessed, we are going to learn how to write an effective paragraph. Now, a paragraph is pretty much a collection of sentences, all dealing with a common theme or topic or idea. They're the building blocks of your writing. As a result, in order to be a good writer, it's important that you first understand how to write a good paragraph. In this video, we're going to discuss how to structure a paragraph, how to arrange your sentences and ideas so as best to convey your point to the reader. Now, here I've provided a general overview of what a paragraph should look like. We'll get into all this stuff in greater depth later in the video, but for now, just a general overlook. To begin every paragraph, you should have a topic sentence. This basically states what you're talking about in your paragraph, as well as your opinion on the issue. Then, you should back this topic sentence up with 3 arguments, basically reasons why the reader should support your claim. Each of those arguments should be supported with real-world examples or details from the text or whatever you're basing your paragraph off of, as well as an analysis of each reason. Finally, you should end it with a concluding sentence. This basically wraps up all your points, condenses them down to one sentence, reminds the reader what you were talking about in your paragraph. Again, we'll get into all these things in greater depth later on, but I just wanted to give you a general overview. First, however, I want to take a look at the topic sentence. As it says on the screen, the topic sentence tells the reader what you're going to talk about in your paragraph. It states your opinion on the issue. So, for example, I provided the topic sentence, "School is very important." Seems simple, but it has all the components of a good topic sentence. It has the actual topic, school, as well as your opinion on it, or my opinion. That's very important. So there, even though it might seem plain, simple, it's a good, solid topic sentence. From there, we move on to the arguments. Why should you believe my claim? Why should you agree with me that school is very important? This is where I make my case. See, as it says there, you can't just leave your topic sentence unsupported. Otherwise, readers will have no reason to agree with you. Your arguments should back up the claims you make in your topic sentence. They should provide the reasons why a reader should support your position. And that's what I'm going to try to do here. So here I gave 3 reasons, 3 arguments, why you should support the idea that school is very important. School gives me an opportunity to learn important subjects. School also teaches me good social skills. And lastly, school exposes me to cultures and beliefs that I might not have experienced before. All 3 of these provide concrete arguments for why I think, and why you should think too, that school is very important. However, we're not quite done yet. See, in every argument, which we haven't included yet, there are 2 parts, details and explanations. The details give support to your claims. They provide examples or facts that show the reader that you're not just thoughtlessly spouting off arguments and opinions. For example, argument 1, school gives me an opportunity to learn important subjects. I back this up with the sentence, I am taught math, science, history, and English. This provides real-world examples, true, concrete facts of what important subjects I'm taught in school. As a result, it gives more credibility to my argument. I did the same thing with my second argument, which was, school also teaches me good social skills. I interact with many other students and have to learn important skills like cooperation and kindness. See there, I provided details, examples of what good social skills I was learning. And again, it lent support to my argument. Finally, for my third argument, about the cultures and beliefs, I provided these details. In my class, I have students from many different cultures, including a girl from Taiwan and a boy who lived in Germany. Again, there I'm providing actual, real-world examples, this time things from my life, to support my central claim. However, just making arguments and just providing details isn't enough. See, in good writing, you always have to assume that the reader is dumber than they actually are. You have to make the mental connections for them. So you can't just assume that by providing these details and providing these claims, the reader will naturally be able to connect the two. There, you have to do that in your analyses. See, you have to provide reasons and explanations. Provide the why part of the argument, as in, why do the details you provided support your claim? Without it, the reader may not make the mental connections needed to support your main idea. So, for instance, I added them for each of my arguments. For my first argument, where I talked about how school gives me an opportunity to learn important subjects. Before, I had provided examples of some of those important subjects: math, science, history, and English. Now, I say this. These subjects are important because they teach me about the world I live in and will help me with my future jobs and plans. There, I've connected everything for this argument. I've shown why these topics that I've mentioned, the math, the science, the history, and English, why they're important subjects. And then, in extension, I went on to say why that argument supports my central claim, but school is very important because it prepares me for the real world. I'll show you again the second argument. See, there I talked about good social skills. In my details portion, I provided examples of some of these good social skills. In my analysis, I said, knowing how to interact well with other people will help me make good relationships with the people I will meet in the future. Again, there I connected why my details support this argument, as well as why this argument supports my central claim. Because school is very important because it prepares me for my relationships in the future. That's the implicit claim that I'm making there, and in doing so, I'm supporting, even more clearly, my central argument. Finally, for my third argument, I talked about the cultures and beliefs that school exposes me to. I provided examples of the girl from Taiwan, the boy who lived in Germany. And I said, meeting these sorts of people will help me get along better with people who are different than me. Again, I provided a good, solid, concrete reason of why being exposed to these cultures and beliefs, and I provided specific cultures and beliefs, why this will help me in the future, why this makes school very important. See, again, with these argument analyses, with these reasons and explanations, I'm making the connections for the reader, and in doing so, giving my paragraph and giving my argument a more cohesive, logical feel. Finally, however, the concluding sentence. The concluding sentence should summarize what you said in your paragraph. It should basically take all your ideas and condense them down in one kind of summarizing statement. However, it shouldn't be an exact copy of your topic sentence, because that would be kind of boring. It should just remind readers what the purpose of your piece was. For instance, school is very important to my future because of the important subjects and life skills it teaches me. As you can see, it's not an exact verbatim quote of what I said in my topic sentence, but expresses the same idea. It just reminds the reader what exactly I talked about. So, let me now put it all together. So I have, school is very important. There's my topic sentence, gives the topic and my opinion on it. It gives me an opportunity. Sorry, I wrote that twice, to learn important subjects. There is my first argument. Then I've got my details, there in the green, on math, science, history, and English, supporting my first argument, as well as my analysis of my first argument. This, in a way, is kind of like my first chunk. Then, school also teaches me good social skills. Second argument. And there, I have to interact with many other students and learn important skills like cooperation and kindness. Those are the details that support my second argument. Third, there's my analysis of my second argument. Altogether, they form the second chunk. Ooh, maybe I should have done that in a different color. School exposes me to cultures and beliefs that I might not have experienced before. My third and final argument. In my class, I have students from many different cultures, including a girl from Taiwan and a boy who lived in Germany. Meeting these sorts of people will help me get along better with people who are different than me. There we have it. Argument, details or support, and analysis. My final chunk. And finally, to wrap it all up, my concluding sentence. School is very important in my future because of the important subjects and life skills that it teaches me. There I have everything. Next, we'll learn how to